Hello, everyone, and this is my weekend preview for the week starting on May the 15th, 2017. And we've got ourselves a very busy week this week because we do, as usual, have the four wrestling reviews as we normally do: Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Impact Wrestling. We kind of got those back in there, though I was a little bit behind on there. I didn't really get the Impact Wrestling one out until Sunday. Though Impact Wrestling's been very interesting lately. There's a lot of stuff there's some stuff in there to like, but then there's like a lot of this is just like really bad or just pointless in general to go along with it. But go ahead and watch if you want to watch those reviews in that sense of it. So those are going to be there as usual. But this weekend ends up being a very busy weekend. The Ranbats are going to be back this week. So I'll be taking all my stuff over to the gaming zone for Saturday and Sunday. We will be having the tournaments out there. We'll be streaming them live on my Twitch page and having a lot of fun, on that side of it. And we will also, that does bring up the question on the aspect that NXT is having TakeOver this weekend. And then there is Backlash as well for WWE side. Obviously, expect predictions and everything in that sense going into the into both NXT and the Backlash pay-per-view. But with everything being over at the gaming zone and we have Ranbats this weekend, more than likely, unless something like crazy out of nowhere happens, live reactions won't be happening. We won't be having the live reactions to them, but I will be watching the shows after the fact and doing reviews for them later. So there more than likely won't be live reactions to NXT TakeOver or Backlash, but reviews will come at a later time when I have a little bit more time to watch both shows with everything. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to do that by Monday. I don't know if that's going to be the case though, with everything. So all in all, it ends up being a busy week. I'm kind of making this one rather short. Is there something else I want to... Oh yes, there is something else I want to talk about. Last week I kind of said I've kind of been like toying around with naming the reviews in the terms of giving my reviews an actual name other than, oh, this is just a Raw review, this is an Impact review, this is an NXT review. I don't want to just be that anymore. So I kind of toyed around with names, and I came up with one that I kind of like. I kind of tossed it around to a couple people as well, and they seem to kind of like it as well. The name itself is going to play off of my the fighting game community nickname I go by. And it'll also end with a wrestling term to go along with it. So the name that I usually go by in the fighting game community when I play in tournaments and everything in that sense is the Godsaw, or just Godsaw in that sense. And that was a name that was given to me by a bunch of my buddies a long time ago when we played Gears of War 1 in LANs and everything in that sense, and we were just all playing around. And I was the guy, instead of going around doing Nasher shotgun stuff and everything in that sense, I was the guy who would literally just get the crazy chainsaws all over the place. So so my buddies had dubbed me the Godsaw, and I just brought that towards playing at fighting game tournaments and everything in that sense. So that brings us to the actual name itself for the wrestling reviews and everything else that will be done wrestling related, at least for the time being. If I come up with a different name, like I'm toying around with this one and I kind of like it and I think I'm going to stick with it at least for a little while, and that name is going to be Godsaw's Turnbuckle. And that is going to be because I kind of can't. I'm shocked it took me this long to come up to think about this. It's like essentially I've had a podcast for a long time now, and most people name it. They actually give it a name. So I had never done that. So I'm attempting to do something like that. I'll be making a different playlist, everything in that sense, and everything will be going in there from here on in. And yeah, that's basically it for everything. We're gonna be going with Godsaw's Turnbuckle for all the reviews, unboxings, anything of the wrestling related side of it, for everything over here. Also, in the terms of everything, on the terms of the gear, speaking of Gears of War again, I was wanting to do a Gears of War related stuff in the terms of 10 maps I consider the 10 best, maps I consider the 10 worst. I haven't really done too much work on that. I got a little bit of footage for it. I just need to get down and record a bunch of stuff for everything to try to get that up and moving and going further along with everything. So that's going to still be in the works this week. Hopefully I'll get to do a little bit more work on that this week. So yeah, that is basically everything for you guys this week. So I hope you enjoy all the content coming to you this week. We've got a name now for the wrestling reviews. Finally. All right, guys. Take care. Have a good week ahead. I hope you enjoy the content coming your way, and have a great week.